Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thanks for this session. India had a huge culture of cow care, but now it is just declining. So what are your views regarding, like, what is your message for the Indians?
For Indians, yes, India was and also still is famous for its agrarian culture. Agrarian culture means that culture which is dependent on Krishi Goraksha. So we have Krishna Balaram, the Supreme Personalities, these two Supreme Personalities coming and showing us by their example the importance of Krishi and Goraksha. Balaramji is holding the plow, and Lord Krishna, who is Gopal, who is the supreme cowherd boy. So both of them, by their example, they are emphasizing the importance of cow protection and this entire agrarian culture which India is so much famous for. In fact, the invaders, one of the reasons they were invading our country because they saw immense quantities of natural resources over here. In fact, the Britishers, when they were trying to figure out how to rule over this country, one of the things they found that this country is flourishing because of their cow protection and their spiritual culture, which is again based on cow protection. So if you really want to rule over them, so in the British Parliament, Macaulay and others, they presented that the first thing we have to do is break their spiritual culture, and in order to break the spiritual culture, we have to start destroying their cow protection system. So what we Indians should be doing if we really want to get back our glory as, the real Bharatvarsha, the real Bharatiyas. So we have to show to the world by our own example that rather than becoming the biggest exporter of beef, we should become the biggest exporter of cow products and cow culture, which means cow protection. And that's what our Srila Prabhupada did. In fact, his contribution to the entire world, apart from giving them pure Krishna consciousness, if you look into so many other contributions of Srila Prabhupada in regards to our Vedic culture, one of the most important contributions of Srila Prabhupada was cow protection. And he, we can say proudly, became the ambassador, the Indian ambassador of cow protection, going worldwide. And what was his miracle and his contribution, miraculous contribution of Srila Prabhupada? That he went to those countries where beef eating or cow eating, cow killing was like the everyday affair of their life. It's just like our dal roti, that's how they eat beef over there. So to such cow killers and beef eaters, Srila Prabhupada didn't just stop there that activity, but convinced them to such an extent that they didn't just become cow protectors, they became cow lovers and cow worshippers. And Srila Prabhupada said that if one Indian can bring about such a revolution. Now when I visit countries like UK, at the Bhaktivedanta Manor, over there, Queen Elizabeth came to inaugurate the Goshala of ISKCON at the Bhaktivedanta Manor. Queen Elizabeth. The same Britishers who invaded our country on the premise of destroying our spiritual culture to begin with, killing cows, the queen of that country, the Queen of England, is coming to inaugurate the Goshala. And what is that Goshala of ISKCON? Wherein, not just the cows are protected, not just the cows, they are being served, but the cows are being worshipped over there. And I'll tell you something, that there is, a movement in the West called veganism. So vegans, it's like we have the vegetarians, we have the non-vegetarians, we have the vegetarians, and then there is a third category called the vegans. So vegans are those people, they don't even take any dairy product. They are vegetarians. They are fully, following vegetarianism. Apart from that, for ethical reasons, they don't take any dairy products, because over there in the West, all the dairy products are extracted out from the cows in a very ruthless way. So therefore, it's like a protest. So their veganism, being a vegan, is like a protest against the torture which is given to the cows. So therefore, they don't drink milk, which regularly is being sold in the supermarket over there. But because our Bhaktivedanta manner, they are not just serving the cows or protecting the cows, but they are taking care of the cows in such a loving way. So the milk which comes out from the cows there at the Bhaktivedanta Manor Goshala, that milk is called Ahimsa milk. And that milk, the vegans, they are willing to have. Because when they see that here, because the practice over there is, yes, when the cow is giving milk, you have the cows well fed in a cow shed, and as soon as the cow stops giving milk, or it's no more required for the dairy industry, send the cow for slaughter. That's what their system is. And therefore, this whole movement, this veganism has come up. But now this ahimsa milk is becoming so popular in outside world over there, not just for our devotees, but outside world. So they are very much appreciating this effort of Bhaktivedanta Manor in the United Kingdom, all inspired by our Srila Prabhupada. And like that, there are so many wonderful Goshalas outside. So the question is, what we Indians should be doing? Yes, following the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada and seeing how, if the Americans, the Europeans, the Africans, the Russians, and all of these, they didn't have any clue of what is the glory of cow. They are doing so much for cow protection. Why not we? Hare Krishna.